Welcome to the North Woods of Central Park. A very serene place within a city of intense energies. I'm sharing this video as a potential tool if you're feeling overwhelmed by the intensity of your day. You can use it in a number of ways. After this brief introduction, I'm going to remain silent for some time. And so simply experiencing this beautiful nature as it is in this rainstorm is incredibly healing. You can sit with it playing, either looking at the scene or with your eyes closed, allowing the elements of this moment to wash over you, opening up your senses and experiencing what unfolds. As a type of nature immersion therapy. Even with the intrusions, as you may hear now, of our modern world, that plane flying overhead, you will almost invariably hear some sirens at some point. So that's a very passive way that you can use this. You also could use it as an active meditation tool, putting your attention, opening your senses and putting your attention on all aspects of this video. Moving your attention away from the constant stream of default thoughts and feelings passing through you. This is known as a consciousness or mindfulness meditation. We all live in a state of cognitive fusion, fused with all the thoughts and feelings passing through our flight, fight, freeze, adrenaline system, and fear and threat detection systems, responding to each of those as if they are reality, when the overwhelming percentage of them are not. They're cognitive distortions coming from signaling that was established when your brain was forming, in large part before the age of 5, and then by any of the challenging and distressing experiences you had in your life through your childhood, up until your brain was done forming at around the age of 25, further impacted by the great distress that you've experienced in whatever situation since then. So you can use it either way. And so here I'm going to go into what's most healing, the silence, with you all for the next 10 minutes or so. And then I'll share a little more after that. I hope you experience peace, some relief from the distress, relaxation with us. gently, in a moment, begin to direct your attention towards my voice as I speak, to transition into a more active meditative process. So the most important thing at this point is to, whatever felt state you just experienced, put your primary attention on staying in this state. And then your thinking mind is powerful enough to follow along with the words and the possibilities I offer in these next couple moments. So primarily hold on to this state. Allow it to infuse every part of the consciousness that you are, to include all aspects of your thinking mind and physical form. So with this as primary, now put your attention on your breath. Simply noting your breathing as you're breathing in and breathing out. There's nothing to be done with your breathing. Simply noting it and connecting to your breath. Breathing in, I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm breathing out. Breathing in, I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I'm breathing out. When we're going about our busy days and we're experiencing this constant stream of thinking and associated distressing feelings, we get cut off from our breath. And our breath is a medicine that we all have to regulate our physiological, our physical state, and then our corresponding brain state and related emotional state. So simply putting your attention on staying more connected with your breath in more moments. And now let's settle in for a minute or two as you experience what it's like to be more connected with your breath. There's no way to do this right that comes from the all or nothing right and wrong thinking. This is simply a new experience. As we still hear the beautiful rain falling in this forest. And now the last piece of this meditation today. Once again, put your primary attention on the feelings of relaxation and calm and peace that you experienced while being with these woods during this rainfall. And some of your attention on remaining connected to your breath. Then next, we're going to drop from our heads into our hearts. Most of our suffering comes from feelings related to the default pattern of thinking and all the intrusive thinking that we experience constantly. So dropping your attention from primarily being in your head and on those thoughts and feelings down into your heart. Of all the things we've identified in the world, there are two things that significantly can change one's distress to the point of changing one's physiological brain state, and over time literally changing the physical structure of one's brain. I'll wait for that latest intrusion, that airplane. And of those two things, we all have access to one of them right now, and that is self-compassion. Mindfulness experiences, when engaged in regularly, in as little as 6 to 8 weeks, physically begin to change the brain. Of all the various types of mindfulness interventions, compassion-focused mindfulness interventions are the most powerful. This is the science of self-compassion. The other one is psychedelic medicines. So here, the one we have access to now, self-compassion. And it begins by dropping your primary attention from your head and all the thinking down into your heart, holding on to that peace and calm you felt during the meditation, the passive meditation, remaining connected to your breath, and then directing your attention to be in the space of compassion and love for yourself and for others in as many moments as you can. A part of self-compassion and compassion-focused therapies is compassionate touch. We can use that now by perhaps taking your hand and placing it over your heart, on your chest, centering yourself primarily in your heart, feeling the peace, staying defused from the stream of thinking, remaining connected to your breath as it moves in and out, and perhaps now allowing a smile to rise up from the bottom of your heart. This meditation will be ending now. I hope that you may have found this helpful in some way. If so, please consider looking at my other meditations here on my channel. Maybe visiting my website, drjohnslaughter.com, drjohnslaughter.com, that you can see below, which has a number of pieces I've written on the power of self-compassion. And sharing it with anyone that you perhaps could experience, you believe could experience healing from this. All right, sending peace and love as always. And I hope that you can leave this meditation now from here, the state you're in. Leaving the state that you came into this meditation behind and allowing that to continue going wherever it's going to wind up out in the world. And you leaving this meditation from here in the state that you've created through your loving attention.